Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it sincerely. Once again today, it's Mr. Jim Gaffigan.
Well, thank you so much.
Jim, thank you so much for being here.
This is a nice meeting of recessive genes here, right?
It is. Are you from a long line of us?
I'm mostly there's some blonde here and there. My mom was blonde. I have a sister that has my coloring, but a lot of redheads in your family.
Just my grandmother.
And so
I'm the only one. My mother is one of 10 children.
And
none of them. One of them had a little bit when he was a kid.
But like, just you're a deformity.
Yeah, I'm
right?
a freak. But look at how bright mine is. Was yours ever this obnoxious?
No, but like when you were a boy, it was super bright. Right?
Yeah, it was gross.
I was always a towhead. I was always white blonde.
Yeah, you're a halfie.
I'm kind of, but I feel like I'm an unofficial redhead in a way.
Well, the Irish side of you gets the pass, but you're like, we wouldn't let you into one of the functions, but we would respect you because of your,
because I'm an outcast.
You're outcast. Yeah, your outcastness. And your gait. You walk like someone who isn't of the normal species.
So was the ginger thing, it was not always a thing, or was it always a thing in your lifetime?
Always was a thing in my lifetime, but I used to get called Opie. I went to a school in Chicago, LaSalle, and
in what, the 50s? Is that why they called you Opie?
1938 to 30. I went to 38, 39. I was there. No, they used to call me. All the black kids would call me Opie. Hey, what's up, Opie? Because they knew Andy Griffith. Because someone in there, because the reruns were always on like WGN. But I get called Opie a lot when I was a kid. Wow. Opie was a big one, and then Howdy Doody.
Very, a confidence building experience.
Raggedy Ann and Andy. Look, go Andy. And my name is Andrew, which makes it even worse. Yeah, It was bad. It was, but I either fought kids that said it, I either would punch people, or I would joke my way out of it. It sounds cheap, but it really was my.
When you were in high school, did you sound how you sound right now, or were you kind of like I'm from South Side Chicago?
No. I sound exactly how I sound.
You didn't talk all the way.
I didn't have like a Sebastian when I talk like this.
No. Well, Sebastian's from a Scorsese movie. He's not even from Chicago.
No, he's an animated character that they turned into real live action.
Like
Chicago.
I've been around forever, and like Sebastian is killing it, and I couldn't be happier for him.
But you hate him, and you've said that on a lot of shows.
No, but there's so many. Like he is the Italian American comedian. What he does, he's the best. But there has been versions that probably thought they were going to be Sebastian.
Well, did you see one time Dice Clay went after him? Do you know this?
Really? No.
Oh, it was wild. You have to look it up.
Sebastian, why would you go after Sebastian?
Well, I guess Sebastian used to open for Dice years ago.
Oh, really?
I think. I don't want to be super wrong, but whatever the case may be, Dice put on his Instagram one time something to the effect of like, this guy's stealing my act anyway. And it was like, the irony is staggering because Sebastian is this Italian kid from Chicago,
right?
So, and of course it's inflated. It's a caricature of what Chicago people are, but also Dice is a Jewish guy from Jersey.
Well,
so it's kind of a stretch to be like, that's my character. It's like his is so obviously his character.
Right.
I see what you're saying, that you guys have similar, this kind of thing, but. Come on, it's not.
Oh my God!
But he went after him, and then I think he recanted it because I feel like maybe he felt bad because it was unnecessary, and I don't think Sebastian said a word about it. I don't know why why would he care?
So when you were in Chicago, and you did not start there,
I started here,
so I'm from Chicagoland. I'm from Northwest Indiana. I'm a region rat.
Elgin.
No, well, I was born in Elgin, but
where did you live then?
I lived in Barrington.
Okay.
And then I lived in Munster, Indiana, and Chesterton, Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana boys, man.
Yeah.
Cigarettes and gas were always cheap there.
A lot of, I would do zanies, and there would be a lot of people that would come from the region, and I could tell because it would be Saturday night, and they'd be wearing sweatpants. I'd be like, all right, thanks for dressing up. But those are my people.
Did you start at Zanies?
No, I started in New York City.
Okay.
And But when I was headlining in, I don't know if you encountered this when you would go back to Chicago. I mean, now it's a different thing with like the weed and everything. But when I would do shows at Zany's, afterwards I'd be like, hey, why didn't you kick out those people that were yelling? And they'd be like, because they were your guests. That's your cousin. That's your brother and his friends. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. All right.
That's exactly what it is. I'm going to play for the first time in my career. I'm playing the Chicago Theater February 5th.
Amazing.
Big deal for the old boy. And my guest list is, I'm not kidding, it's no short of 200 people. You got
to do a party downstairs.
Do I?
Yes.
But some of these family members I don't want there.
You just do it. You just do it, and you do it after. But like the Chicago Theater, yeah. I mean, growing up, I would take the South Shore train into Chicago, and walking by the Chicago Theater. My one joke that I always do, I'm like, because I would do it when I would do the Chicago Theater. I'd be like, that's the theater where the band Chicago lived. It's like, shows you how old I am. But the Chicago Theater, and people are excited to be there too.
Yeah, no, because it's kind of an event, and I do feel like what is missing, in no joke, in comedy clubs kind of do give this feeling that like you can schlub it up, but the theater people always dress up a little bit nicer. It's so nice. You're like, oh, look at them coming to see me wearing good clothes. It's nice when somebody gets to wear something a little bit more flashy. I think it makes you feel more professional a little bit. Comedy clubs doesn't matter.
They love the experience too. It's a night out.
Yeah.
It's like we're going to the Chicago Theater, which is very cool.